Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the star of your show, the fabulous Robbie Lee.
Good afternoon. I enjoyed my trip then. Welcome to a musical trip around these wonderful British islands. Let's start in Wales. You're the only one that I rely on, a shoulder there for me to cry on. And the hours alone that I'm without you, all I ever do is think about you. No one knows that you're so understanding, even though my love is so demanding. Every time you look at me, then you know we'll both agree no other love can be. I couldn't live without your love. Now I know you're really mine. I gotta have you all the time. And a very good afternoon to you all. Brilliant. This got to number 12 in 1967. You wander around on your own little cloud when you don't see the why or the wherefore. You walk out on me when we both disagree, 'cause to reason is not what you cared for. I've heard it all a million times before. Take off your coat, my love, and close the door. Don't sleep in the subway, darling. Don't stand in the pouring rain. Don't sleep in the subway, darling. The night is long, forget your foolish pride. Nothing wrong, now you're beside me again. And Pecklock got to number 4 in 67. My love is warmer than the warmest sunshine, softer than a sigh. My love is deeper than the deepest ocean, wider than the sky. My love is brighter than the brightest star that shines every night above. There is nothing in this world that could ever change my life. Something happened to my heart the day that I met you, that I never felt before. You are always on my mind, no matter what I do, and every day it seems I want you more. I do. My love is warmer than the warmest sunshine, softer than a sigh. My love is deeper than the deepest ocean, wider than the sky. My love is brighter than the brightest star that shines every night above. There is nothing in this world that could ever change my life. Downtown, when you got worries, all the noise and the hurry seem to help, I know. Sing! Downtown, just listen to the music and the traffic in the city. Linger on the sidewalk when the neon lights are pretty. How can you lose? The lights are much brighter there. You can forget all your troubles, forget all your cares, and go downtown. Things will be great when you're downtown. On the final place for sure. Everything's waiting for you. Downtown. Don't hang around, let your problems surround you. There are movie shows where downtown. Maybe you know some little place to go where they never close. Downtown. Just listen to the rhythm of the gentle bossa nova. You'll be dancing with them too before the night is over. Happy again. The lights are much brighter there. You can forget all your troubles, forget all your cares. So go downtown where the lights are bright. Downtown, I'm waiting for you tonight. Downtown, you're gonna be alright. Downtown, downtown, downtown. Oh yes. Well, a very good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Our first tour, we've gone to Wales. Downtown. Obviously, Pet Clark. From Merthyr Tydfil. All right. Downtown. And you may find somebody kind to help and understand you. Someone who is just like you, needs a gentle hand to guide them along. So maybe I'll see you there. We can forget all the troubles, forget all our cares. So go downtown. Oh, things will be great when you're downtown. Don't wait a minute more. Downtown. Well, everything's waiting. Downtown. Oh, downtown. 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 Thank you very much, and a very good afternoon, everybody. Hello, and welcome once again to my live broadcast. Thank you very much, incidentally, those people who wrote in last week saying how much they missed last Friday. Unfortunately, I wasn't here. I was working. But it's nice to have you back with us anyway. And this week, as I said, I have got a musical tour of these wonderful British islands in which we are quite fortunate in which to live in. And so what we're going to do is I'd like to take you on a musical ride. And it doesn't care whether you're on a bike, bus, horse, coach, whatever you want it is. I'm going to go all over the places. Of course, we started in Wales. And I'd like to take you over to across the Irish Sea, first of all, to Ireland, okay? And this is north and south, so it makes it whether it's Era or Northern Ireland. This one encompasses both of you. So I've got a lot of songs that I hope to get through this afternoon. And this one in particular is a song that is really a staple for artists performing music in Irish pubs. That means what it is you have to do. And it is often considered, this song, to be a stereotypical Irish drinking song, okay? Now, this song's been around for many, many, many years. And in 1964, there was an Irish band that was called the Dubliners. And they recorded this song. And this has been popular all around the world. It's a song that I hope you're going to enjoy, being a wild rover. You got to move like this already. I've been wild and rover for many a year. Spent all my money on whiskey and beer. Now I'm returning with gold in my store. And I'll never play the wild rover. No, sing with the list. No, clap your hands, here we go. No, they never know. Told the landlady that my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom like yours I can have every day. And it's no day, never. Everybody! No day, never, no more will I play the wild rover. From me pockets 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes, they said I have whiskey and winds of the best, and the words that you told me were only in jest. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I'll go back to my parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. If they caress me in time before, I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, everybody, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. And again. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no. Ah, brilliant. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Oh, what a great song, great drinking song. I should have had one before I started that one. Right, first of all, we have lots and lots of names to get out this week. As I say, we're a week behind with a lot of shout-outs. But first of all, I'd like to first of all an apology. First of all, I know she'd never start with an apology, but I'd like to say I'm very sorry to a few care homes this week whom I should have been appearing at, but unfortunately the weather was, it just wasn't against me. Gale force 6 winds and torrential rain is really not what you would call ideal for singing outside. So I'd like to say a big sorry, apologies to, I've got to try and remember them all now. There was, on Tuesday, I can't remember where I was going there on Tuesday, but we had quite a few homes that, as I say, I'd like to apologise. And when I think about it, I'll get them back to you. From other care homes, I'd like to say hello to is Millview in Ystrad, the Hollies in Pontypridd, Court Clidy Gwyn in Port Talbot, Morgana Court in Porthcawl, Campion Gardens. Now, fingers crossed, guys, I shall be with you tomorrow. And I've had a quick word with the weather people, and they said everything should be okay for tomorrow. So, Campion Gardens in Swansea, look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Iraher, who I was with on Monday, and crikey, what a wonderful, wonderful crowd, and the weather was rather nice as well. Nice to have seen you again in Carmarthen. Plascum Carew, Brooklands, that was one unfortunately on Thursday. I sadly missed because of the weather, but I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Clydach Court in Treloar, Parkside House in Cardiff, Caldy Grange in Saundersfoot, Canterbury House in Milford, Kaya Glass Resource in Pontypridd, Llandaff House in Llangenach, Llys Twaisog in Swansea, Park View, Neath Tegvan, Aberdare, the Rookery in Ebervale. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon as well. Uscaberwin House in Aberdare, Albert Prince of Wales, Dufferin Frood Manor, the Rook, Teenant, Woodland Lodge, Pencoed, Langton Hall, who I should have been with on Wednesday, but I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Terreston, I should have been there on Tuesday, but I'm looking forward to seeing you there next Tuesday. St Isham in Cardiff, Parkwern in Ammerford, Pembroke Haven in Pembroke, Williamson Care Home in Pembrokeshire, Placer Derwin in Carmarthen, Penross in the Valleys, Placer Garn, Treetops and Havard in Cardigan. And so a big hello to you, and thank you all for getting in touch. And once again, you do such a fabulous job looking after our clientele. So, but as I say, I look forward to seeing you all real soon. Okay, let's go now. We've been to Wales. We went then to Ireland. We're now coming across once again to back into Blighty, into England. Okay, and the songs I've chosen today are going to be, may think, oh, why has he done that? And the reason why I've simply chosen all the songs today are that there are loads and loads of songs I could do, but some I've tried to put with the nationality, and I've chosen a young gentleman who was actually popular singer, still is in the UK for many a decade, born in India, named Harry Webb, of course Cliff Richard, and Cliff has been around for many, many years, and he formed a backing band in the 1950s called Cliff Richard and the Drifters. But the Drifters had to change their name because of the United States band of the same name. And they changed the name to The Shadows, of course. And history tells the story of Cliff and the Shadows, and they've recorded many songs together in their successful careers. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to do a little song which is typical of Cliff and the Shadows, okay, back in the day. And it's a song that was recorded way back early part of late 50s, and it's a cover version which has been recorded, and I didn't realise this, by many, many artists in the world today. And we had the Crew Cuts way back in the 50s, they recorded this. Vera Lynn, believe it or not, she recorded this song. Harry Belafonte, Ricky Nelson, Andy Williams, and the Righteous Brothers. And this is a song that you might remember, it's called Unchained Melody. Mr. Cliff Richard and the Shadows. Do want me on choreography, dance moves. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch alone, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, yet time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lonely breezes cry, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. My love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Cliff and the Shadows. Oh, what a fantastic, fantastic song. Well, I thought they were brilliant back in the day. I still think they're brilliant today. Absolutely marvellous musicians. Okay, we've done Wales, Ireland, and England. There's only one place to go. Absolutely, yes, to the Channel Islands. Now, of course, up to Scotland, okay? And I know I've got quite a few friends from Scotland that are tune in to the show each week. And please, 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 don't take offence with me. I've got to try and do as much as I can for Scotland and their wonderful music. And there's a lot of history between England and Scotland over the years, and some of it's good, a lot of it's been bad. And I'd like to take you back to the year 1746, okay? And the last battle that was fought on English soil was the Battle of Culloden. And it was during that battle that there's a story that goes, okay? And two brothers were actually captured. Two Scottish brothers were captured. And the Duke of Cumberland, not a very kind person, rather cruel person, stated that they went to trial, and he says, okay, he said that one of you brothers has to die. And they both looked at each other, apparently. And they said, okay. The Duke said, but you two brothers must decide which one. And, of course, the one elder brother said to the younger brother, well, I've lived my life far more than you have. I want you to live. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to take the high road to heaven, and you take the low road. And the song, the low road. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love will ever once again, on the bonny, bonny banks, oh Loch Lomond. And the song you all know, and I want you to join in. Everybody knows the words of this. A truly beautiful Scottish lament. Join with me, you ready? Oh, ye take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland for ye, but me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. I hope you'll sing me. Was there that we parted in yon shady glen, on the steep, steep side of Loch Lomond, where in deep purple hue the Highland hills we view, and the morn coming out in the gloaming. All that wonderful heather, fabulous song. So once again, we'll sing with me. You ready? Oh, you take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland for ye, but me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks Bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Ah, brilliant. What a great song. Ah, brilliant. Okay, we'll go back now to Wales with a little song. And it's a little song that was written originally by a Canadian singer, and I didn't realise this, called Rita McNell. And Rita recorded this record. It got to number 11 in the UK charts. And she wrote it when she was prompted by the stories of miners that she'd met during a tour of Australia and the daily hardships that they had to endure. And she was talking to these old miners, and she could feel the song being created as she was chatting. And she recorded this record in 1990. One of Wales's finest singers, Mr. David Alexander, he also recorded this song, and it has become a favourite of many a Welsh person. In fact, majority of Welsh people, especially in an evening in the pubs when we used to go out and have a drink and the clubs, they would be singing one particular song, and this would be a song that they would sing. It's a little song that I hope you enjoy. This one's called Working Man. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, and for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, I never again will go down underground. At the age of 16 years, when my father close to tears, as he vowed never again to send his son to the dark recess of the mines, where you age before your time, and the coal dust lies heavy on your lawn. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, and for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, I never again will go down underground. At the age of 65, I pray God I'm still alive, and the wheels above the mine no longer whine, and they finally close the hole where for years we clawed for coal. Together again we'll go down underground. It's a working man for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, and I never again go down underground. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, and for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, and I never again will go down underground. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, and for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, I never again will go down underground. I never again will go down underground. A Working Man, what a great song there was, and I hope many a Welsh heart has been lifted this afternoon. Okay, and talking of that, I'd like to go and say hello to, as I always do, to care workers, and they all been writing, please can you give us a shout, etc. So the list is quite long, so I'm going to try and get through it as quickly as I possibly can. We're going to start with Jessica Parmenter, with Debbie Williams, Kerry Powell, Biz Lewis, Debbie Needs, Gemma Harris, Nicola and Karen and Alexandra, Jill Laidlaw and Harrod Jones, Amanda Appleton, Paula Evans, Donna Davis, Deborah McDermott, Jane, Sarah, Paulette, Lisa, Wendy, Linda, Claire, that's the gang from Milford, Wendy Parker and Maria, Alison Richards, happy birthday to you, Denise Hodge, Jane Thomas, Edwina Aston, Lee, Ian Burden, Angela Thomas, Bernadette Thomas, Susan Hanson, that song was for you, Debbie Hendley Griffiths, Jane Thomas, Jenny D, Chloe King, Maria Stevens, it's getting longer, Jill Tucker, Brenda Williams, Aniko Dragan, Lee Williams, Olivia Etheridge, Chloe Wilkes, Sharon Probert, Esme, Jean Horsepool Mills, as a mouthful, Michelle Williams, and also I'd like to say a big happy birthday to a wonderful lady whom I've known, in fact, I've known for many, many years. In fact, she was one of the first care homes that I ever went to, nearly over 20 years ago now, and it's her birthday. I'm not certain whether it's today or tomorrow, I'm not quite certain, but to Sue Mason, a very happy birthday to you, an extremely hard-working girl, as all you care workers are. And but Sue, happy birthday from me to you, and I hope we'll meet up soon. Absolutely brilliant. Nice to meet you. Lovely to see you. Okay, let's go across the sea to Ireland now. And I'd like to do a little Irish lament. And this is a very, very popular song, and it was written, crikey, many, many years ago. And many people think this is was written by the Irish, but unfortunately it was written by a Scotsman, apparently. I don't quote me on it, I'm just telling you exactly what I've found out. But it has become one of the most popular songs in the new century, in the 19th century. It was really, really popular, and it's often used as the unofficial anthem of Ireland. And this little Irish song, no matter where I go, if I sing a little Irish song, everybody asks for this, and it's a great song, and I hope this afternoon you're going to enjoy Danny Boy. pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. 'Tis you must go and I must buy. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadows. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when you come and all the flowers are dying, if I am dead, as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an hour there for me, and I shall hear the soft you tread above me, and all my graves shall warmer, sweeter be. For you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I will sleep in peace until you come to me. Oh, that's a cracking song, that is absolutely wonderful. Okay, we're moving now into back into England again with a song that I've chosen, characters I've chosen, really, to be honest with you. And I'd like to sing you a little song now from a young gentleman whom, in the 1950s, there was a new kind of music evolved, and it was called skiffle music. Anybody remember skiffle music? The old tea chest and the washboard? Oh, yes. And one of the leading lights in skiffle music, excuse me, was a man who was actually born in Glasgow but raised in England, and he was known as the King of Skiffle. Anybody know who it is? Anybody? Yes, of course, Lonnie Donegan. Okay, a talented singer-songwriter. I don't know if people realise this. He wrote many a song. In fact, he was responsible for writing a #1 for Tom Jones. Absolutely amazing. As himself, though, has had quite a few hits in the UK charts. His first in the late 1950s was Cumberland Gap, and then we had Putting on the Style. Remember that? Putting on the Agony. And a big number one was My Old Man's a Dustman, which we did a few weeks ago. But his biggest selling hit in the UK was a little ditty, which it only got to #3 in the charts, and it's a little song that as a child, when I grew up in a few years ago, okay, and my nose is getting longer. A few years ago, one thing I got into was bubble gum, okay? And I chewed it, and I chewed it, and I chewed it, and my mum was forever telling me off, as it really was. And I used to chew it for days and days and days. And, of course, Lonnie Donegan brought out a little song that you might remember about some chewing gum. Remember this one? Oh, hey! Oh me, oh my, whatever shall I do? Hallelujah, the question is peculiar. I give a lot of dough, if only I could know. The answer to my question, is it yes or is it no? Does you savor on bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't swallow it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you heave it left to right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? The groom is by her side, up to the altar, just steady as Gibraltar. The groom has got the ring, and it's such a pretty thing, but he slips it on a finger, the choir band to sing. Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Do you heave it left to right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Now as the nation rise to send their wanted song up to the White House, yes, the nation's only White House, to voice their discontent until the president. The burning question was, has this discontent? Now, if tin whistles are made of tin, what do they make of foghorns? Does your chewing gum lose its flavour on the bedpost overnight? If mother said don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Do you leave it on your tonsils? Do you heave it left or right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavour on the bedpost overnight? On the bedpost overnight.
There, I love you and I want to hold you tight.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. On the bedpost overnight.
$1 is $1 and a dime is a dime.
I'll sing another chorus, but I ain't got the time. On the bedpost overnight. There we are. Oh, that's a mouthful. That really is wonderful. Does your chewing gum lose its flavour? Oh, absolutely brilliant song. Really, Mr. Lonnie Donegan, long may he be remembered. Now, shout out time. I'm putting them in early because there's quite a few to get through. As I say, we've got 2 weeks of shout outs to go through. So let's start off first of all. Then let's go with Susan Maroney. Okay, hello to you. Glenn Tranter in New York. Ken Bollinger, Angela Griffin, Julie Williams, Pam James, Cher Hall, Pamela Gray, Gillian Joris, Linda Chiade, Kath Williams, Lisa Phillips Morris, great restaurant, she goes there, Lisa's restaurant in Amroth, Linda Baker, Calvin Price, Phyllis Keaton, Mariam Popple, Thomas Kowinski, Mike Lowe, Leslie Peachy, Chris Clark, Derek Atkinson, Kathleen Mosley, Pam Willoughby, Kay Price, Alan Kay, Val Coker, Jackie Sims, Valerie Scott, Julie Bradbury, Barbara Wells, Deborah Mitchell, Isabel O'Reilly, Gillian Woodward, Maureen Milne, Belinda Borrington, Jean Swan, Ruth Blades, Margaret Beer, Jean Swan, oh, I've done that one, okay, Susan Robinson, Gail Handrell, Tina Hitchin, Eleanor Robert Shaw, Kathleen Whiteley, Vanessa Hutchinson, Michelle Williams, Gina Westbury, Pat Wood, Jackie Williams, Kerry Davis, Chris Clark, Jeanette Healy, Mary Kendall, Tricia Morgan, Alan Vickery, Tony Spencer, Pamela James, Sharon Edwards, Ann Noonan, Janie Nielsen, Lisa Titchmarsh, Anna Tirana, Bella Woodfield, John and Janet Hartwell, Nick Barnes, and his mum Susan. There we are. Oh, that's a bit of a mouthful. So we'll go back up to Bonnie, Scotland, with this next song, and it's a song that well, every year as a child I could always remember New Year's Eve was the time when us children were allowed to stay up late, and we always had to watch the BBC. Okay. And because they always brought the bells in, and the BBC always went up to Scotland for Hogmanay, and of course, like everybody was up there dancing and singing, and there's one person who was in charge, was a wonderful, brilliant Scottish singer called Andy Stewart. And Andy Stewart was a very talented man. People don't realise this, what a wonderful, talented man he was. And one day he was in a recording studio, and whilst he was sitting trouserless, believe this or not, on a toilet, he wrote a song which just took 10 minutes to actually write. And he went back into the studio and said, listen, I've written this song while I was on the toilet. He said, you're never going to believe it. We've got to record it. They recorded it, and in 1960, it got into the charts at number 37. But in 1989, it was re-released because of Simon Mayo played this on his show many, many times. It got to number 4, okay? And it's a little song that... now, you've got to excuse me, ladies and gentlemen in Scotland, because I'm going to try and do this with a Scottish accent as well. So please, please, I'm not trying to be distasteful. I'm trying to get the authenticity of the song. A little song from Andy Stewart. A little song that you might remember. Goes something like this. I've just come to the Isle of Skye. I'm no very big and I'm awfully shy. And all the lassies shout when I go by, Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in my kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? Lassie took me to a ball and I'm as slippery in the hall. And I was feared that I would fall. I had me trousers. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Up the streets in the kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Hey Donald, where's your trousers? I went down to London town and I had some fun on the underground. The ladies turned their heads around saying, Donald, where's your trousers? And no high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in my kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Hey Donald, where's your trousers? To wear the kilt is my delight. It's not wrong and I know it's right. The Highlanders would get such a fright if they saw me in the trousers. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in my kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Hey Donald, where's your trousers? The lassies want me, everyone. Well, let them catch me if they can. You can't pay the brakes a Highland man, and I don't wear the trousers. Let the wind blow high, wind blow low. Off through the streets in my kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? Donald, where's your trousers? Well, that's the way they sing it in Scotland. Well, this song in Scotland would be a much more international appeal if they sang it something a bit like this. You ready? Well, I just come down from the Isle of Skye. I'm not very big, I'm awfully shy. The lasses show when I go by. I don't know where's your trousers. The wind blow low. Up through the streets in my kilt I go. All the lasses say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? I'm a moving and a grooving to save my soul. Grab your kilt and go, 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 go. Donald, where's your trousers? I just come from the Isle of Skye. I'm not very big and I'm awfully shy. And the lassies know when I go by. Donald, where's your trousers? Donald, where's your trousers? I'm not very big and I'm awfully shy. And the lassies shout, I go by. Donald, where's your trousers? Donald, where's your trousers? Great song, absolutely brilliant, brilliant song. Okay, we're going to go back to Ireland. A few years ago, I was quite fortunate to do a tour in Ireland, and it was fantastic. Absolutely, we ended up in Dublin, which was brilliant. And during there was a young guy who, I say young, I have to say young because he's listening. A guy who looked after me whilst I was in Dublin. A guy called Ken Page. And he's a dour Scot, but he's a wonderful fella, and I love him to bits, I really do. And he took me into Dublin. I've never been in Dublin to be honest before, and he took me on a bit of a sightseeing tour, which was rather nice. I have to be honest with you, because it's nice to have somebody who knows the ropes. Excuse me. And he took me into the Georgian Quarter, which is quite historic. And in this quarter in Dublin, if you've never been to Dublin, I have to add, please go. It is a beautiful city, it really is. It's got a lovely marriage of old and new. It really is. It's fantastic. But in the Georgian Quarter, he took me into a statue which took pride and place in the heart of Dublin. And I looked at this statue and I thought, oh, okay, fine, it's a rather pretty lady stood there, and he told me the history of this statue. But rather than me tell you the history word for word, I'd like to give you a little song all about a young lady. Now this one goes back many years, written by James Yorkston. This one's called Molly Malone. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, was there that I first met sweet Molly Malone. She drove a wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Sing with me now. Alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh. Crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and that was no wonder. Her father and mother were fishmongers before, so they drove their wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Sing it again. Alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh. Crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, and nothing could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Her horse drives a wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. One more time. Alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh. Crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. And again. Alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh. Crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. And that was the story of sweet Molly Malone. If you get a chance, go. It's fantastic. It really is. It's a wonderful city, and God blimey, had fabulous audiences there, and I was apparently always welcome back, and I hope to be there again soon. I really do. Right, into the UK. I've chosen songs today from unique singers and unique songs, and I'd like to sing a little song for you now from what I call a unique, extravagant English gentleman. One of the finest UK singer-songwriters, Reginald Kenneth Dwight. Of course, yes, Elton John. Yes, of course. And him, along with his songwriting partner Bernie Taupin, have written over 30 chart-topping albums. Okay, and Elton John himself has sold more than 300 million records, which is making him one of the best-selling music artists of today. Okay, and it wasn't always it wasn't always riches for Elton. Started off very humbly, writing songs in his mother's kitchen, and one day he sat down with Bernie and he wrote a little song which was really took very quick to write, and not many minutes. But isn't it strange how all the cracking songs of the century only take minutes to write? Isn't it fantastic? Perhaps if we spend too much time altering, it loses its composition. But all the great songs only take a few moments to write. And this is a little song that Elton wrote, and it's one of his first hits. One of my favourite Elton songs. This is called Your Song. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody that this is your song. It may be quiet, simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind, but I put down in words how wonderful life is. You're in the world. Sat on the roof and kicked up the bars. Well, few of the verses, well, they got me quite cross, but the sun been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things that I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or the blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quiet, simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. You're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. You're in the world. Mr. Elton John, Bernie Taupin. What a great song. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, a very, very quick shout out, last list. Linda Baker, Darren Hawkins, Sue Bradley, Alex Kerr, Alan Wills, Hilda Powell, Jed Bailey, Mike George, William Tunnicliffe, Megan Lautier, Joy Lamplew, Beverly Beams, Julie Guest, John Miller, Ann Fitzgerald, Susan May, Sue Bradley, Denise Woodburn, Julie Phillips, David Lynn, Helly Alcock, Linda Green, David Bowen, George Alexander, Paul Robbo Robinson. I hope you enjoyed the song I did for you the other week, Paul. Susan Furmandel, Diane Chandler, Sandra Roth, Glennis Rowe, Elaine Auburn, Anne Murphy, Mark Thomas, Linda Green, David Dunlop, Claire Norman, Mick Howes, Maria Stevens, Sophie Hinksman, Donna Bartlett, Jackie Henderson, Nikki Davis, Kath Cook, Sharon Edwards, Diane Thomas, Steve Fenson, and Terry Davis. Crikey. Thank you, everybody. Listen, keep it coming. Keep it coming. I do enjoy your comments, as I said, and I always love to see what people want to shout out, and obviously if there's a message, always send me a message as well to go with it. Okay, back to Scotland for our final song from Scotland. And it's had its fair share, as well as the UK actually, it's had its fair share, and Ireland and Wales have had their fair share of singer-songwriters. And the next song, Scottish song, was written by two brothers, okay? They were called Charlie and Craig Reid. And they wrote this song in August 1987 whilst they were travelling to a football match at the Hibernian Football Club in 1987, as I said. And since then, this song is a worldwide success, and it gets everybody up dancing and singing. And I want you to be up dancing and singing for this one. A little song from the Proclaimers, a little song called 500 Miles. You ready? Come on, up you get. When I wake up, then I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, then I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, then I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I have her, yet I know I'm gonna be the man who's hovering next to you. For I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 5,000 miles and fall down at your door. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. Since the money comes in for the work I do, I pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, no, I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I grow old, then I know I'm gonna be the man who's growing old with you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be 1,000 miles, 5,000 miles and fall down at your door. When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely next to you. When I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming with you. Ready? Here we go. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 5,000 miles and fall down and sing it with me now. Proclaimers. Wonderful, absolutely brilliant, fabulous. But sadly, ladies and gents, that brings the live broadcast to its close once again. And I also have to announce next week there'll be no show because work commitments have taken over. So it'll be a week today, all being well, a week today at 2:30, as we all know. And I hope, incidentally, you've enjoyed my tour around Great Britain, my musical tour And I hope that the songs that I've performed for you this afternoon, you've enjoyed singing along. And I hope, more importantly, that they may have brought back just one or two memories for some of you from years gone by. From me, Robbie Lee, thank you so much for joining in this afternoon. And it's been a real pleasure. And I look forward to seeing you in a fortnight's time. That's a week, not next week, the week after. Okay, it's a fortnight, isn't it? If I remember when I went to school. So I look forward to seeing you then with another showcase. From me, Robbie Lee, take care, keep safe, enjoy life, keep smiling, because, you know, life's grim enough as it is, so have a smile. I'm going to finish off this musical interlude of wonderful tunes from around Great Britain. And we started at the beginning of the show with songs from Wales, and we're going to finish off with songs from Wales. And it wouldn't be a Welsh song unless I sang a little song from a young man that you might remember. Mr. Tommy Jones. Are you ready for this, guys? No screaming. All right. That's it. Smile me, baby, you said a lot. Have you ever seen me move through the night? Ain't gonna fight, shoot me right. I'm gonna like the way you fight. Sing it with me. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. You can give it to me if you really turn me on. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. Baby, you can turn me on. And again. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. You can give it to me if you really turn me on. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. Baby, you can turn me on. All you ever want, she's the kind that like to flaunt and take to dinner. Well, she always knows her place. She's got style, she's got grace, she's a winner. It's true. She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, she's a lady. She's a lady, and the lady is mine. Know this one, yes. The old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train. There to meet me is my mama and papa. Down the lane I walk with my sweet Mary, hair of gold, like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they all come to meet me, arms free, smiling sweetly. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Written by Lonnie Donegan, this one. I've been in love so many times, I thought I knew the score. But now you've treated me so wrong, I can't take it anymore. And it looks like I'm never gonna fall in love again. Here we go. Fall in love. I'm never gonna fall in love. I've made up my mind. of my mind. Now everybody knows it, so come on, England's got a lot of wild. Oh yes. Come on, you know it, up there, out there. Oh, brilliant. So before they come to break down the door, forgive me, Delilah, I just could not take anymore. Oh, the last one. I've had a great time, I hope you have. See you in 2 weeks. I know that it's late and I really must leave you alone, but you're good to hold that I feel such a long way from home. Yes, I know that our love is still new, but I promise it's gonna be true. Please let me stay, don't you send me away. Oh no, no, no. Tell me, baby, that you need me. Say you'll never leave me and love me tonight. Hold me now, my heart is aching until the dawn is breaking. Love me tonight. Something is burning inside, something that can't be denied. I can't let you out of my sight, darling. Love me tonight. Let me love you, baby. Let me love you, baby. Let me love you tonight. Love me tonight. Thanks very much. Ta-ra. And I'll see you again in a couple of weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Who is that?
would you please once again thank the star of your show, the fabulous Robbie Lee.